Come on. Yeah. Oh, hey guys, Sean here, and today is the 80th anniversary of the first Railway Series story, and the 80th anniversary of the whole Thomas franchise. It was only 80 short years ago that one man who really liked trains decided to turn his bedtime stories into published books, and the rest is history. And this video is also dedicated to Britt Allcroft, who recently passed away, and I actually met at the Unlikely Fandom screening.
This fella here.
Hello.
I'm just
Train
so
wreck's
excited.
great.
Yeah, train wreck, something that the movie was not. So I'm just so excited that you literally created my childhood. Just so excited.
Lovely to meet you.
Thank you for coming all this way to meet everybody.
Of course, and we'll pass it over to Britt right after.
Great, thank you.
Have a good night, guys.
So what could I do for the 80th anniversary? Well, I decided that I am going to play Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends Adventure Series on the Super Nintendo. I think that this is one of the first Thomas video games ever made. But before we do that, what is a celebration without balloons? I have this, a Thomas Super Shape foil balloon. My brother found this at Savers, and I've always wanted one, and now I have it. So, let's blow it up. So, let's open it up. Yeah. It smells like old plastic. So that's what it looks like. Not blown up. This is where you're supposed to put the string in. Right here is where you blow it up. There. So this is what it looks like blown up. Yeah, it looks a little weird how his face is on the side of his body instead of the front, but, you know, I can't imagine how they could make it any other way. So now, let's play the Adventure Series on Super Nintendo. So, let's start play. That's weird. Okay, I didn't press anything, so... How old are you? That's a picture from a season 1 episode. A is start, so let's do 8 or older. Yeah.
Start Thomas.
Okay, so this is what it looks like. That music that you hear, that's the mail train theme.
The sliding puzzle.
The sliding puzzle.
Switches.
Setting the switches.
Jigsaw puzzle.
The jigsaw puzzle.
Birdie.
Let's raise Birdie. Let's do Thomas's quiz. I'm gonna ace this. Yeah, this is a kid's game. How many buses can he count? 1. That's Henry's theme or the Flying Kipper theme. How many people do you count? Well, it's hard to tell because the picture's so low quality, but I thought there was only I thought there was only 3, but there's 1 in Birdie's cab, so 4. What? I thought, like, the different colors was like pressing X, A, or B, or Y. What color is Birdie? Red. That's the picture that's on the bottom of the James Learns a Lesson cover. What can you see in the background? A house. What is Thomas pulling? Coaches, obviously. Well, that was easy. Okay, so let's do something a little bit more exciting. Let's start Thomas, whatever the hell that is. Okay. The sliding puzzle. Let's see if this is gonna be any harder. Yeah. No, this is... No, I went back. No, that. No, I missed it again. Come on. There. Well done, that's great. Try some of the other ones.
Start Thomas. Setting the switches.
Let's do setting the switches. That sounds like Edward's theme. No, that's Thomas's theme. A and B does the same thing, so good. So that should be good for Thomas to get to the station. That's a picture of Sir Matt.
You are a really useful engine, Chumish.
The thing about Thomas music is I never get sick of hearing it. This is the Viaduct theme from Better Late Than Ever. Jigsaw puzzle. Wow, so this is just the easiest thing. Yeah, this really is a game made for kids. Press X for windmill. Okay, I pressed X.
Start to Thomas.
No, X is just to get back, so let's do that again. Yeah, it's like those Thomas Guess Who puzzles that were in the, like, CGI Nitrogen era TV airings. Can you guess who this is? Does this go here? No. Am I stupid? So that's what happens when you purposely try to fail. Yeah, this would be slightly more challenging if I didn't have, like, the image in... No. This would be slightly more challenging if I didn't have the completed image right behind it. Do you think it goes here? Do you think it goes here? Maybe right here. Right here? Yes, that's good. There better be some riveting gameplay in this. That's Edward's theme. That's...
Go.
Press the button quickly. I'm not... What am I doing? What am I supposed to do?
Start.
Oh my god. Okay, let's try that again and see if I can do anything different. Ah, come on. So that was it. Okay. Okay, let's go with Thomas. Pick an adventure. Thomas and Bertie's Great Race. So this is just a read-along thing that I can find in the DVD menus. Okay. I can open and close that door. Who is Bertie? I don't know, you tell me. I'm Bertie. I'm come to help with your passengers today. Help me, I can go faster than you. I'll race you, said Bertie. Thomas's eyes look around. That's not Bertie's horn. Bertie's horn is... That's just smoke puffing. That's not Thomas's whistle either. Even though this is 16-bit, you could make something that sounds like Thomas's whistle. Wait and see, wait and see! Who is winning now? Couldn't care less. Birds fly around. He remembered the level crossing. There was Bertie fuming at the gates when they sailed gaily through. Goodbye, Bertie, called Thomas. There's a hot air balloon. Yeah, this was before James and the Red Balloon, so this is probably the first hot air balloon that was ever in Thomas. Then they had to stop at the station to let off some passengers. Yeah, that's a helicopter, but is that supposed to be Harold? Harold's not in this episode. Peep, peep, peep. Quickly, please. And off they went again. We'll beat Bertie yet. We'll beat Bertie yet, called Annie and Clarabelle. If I knew that this would just be just the episode, I'd watch the episode. Goodbye, Thomas. You must be tired. Sorry, I can't stop. Oh dear, we've lost. But he felt better after a while. In the episode, he says after a drink. Honk, honk. They heard an impatient honk, honk. Who makes a honk sound? Bulgy, I don't care. There was Bertie waiting at the traffic lights. Chased after Thomas again.
Bertie started with a roar and chased on after Thomas again.
Yeah, so that's what text-to-speech sounded like in like the early 90s whenever this came out. Yeah, who needs Ringo Starr when you have text-to-speech to do the whole thing?
Now Thomas reached his full speed. Birdie tried hard, but Thomas was too fast.
We've done it, panted Thomas. His eyes spin around.
Everyone wants to celebrate Thomas's victory, but they gave Birdie a big welcome too.
Thomas and Birdie's eyes move. Who won the race, Thomas or Birdie? Thomas, obviously. Okay, so let's do Race Percy. This is just the same as Let's Race Birdie?
Go!
Why am I stopping?
Ah!
Stupid idiot. I'd rather have my balls run over by George the Steamroller than continue playing this game. Let's do Fixing the Tracks. Bring the corn from the farm here, Thomas. I can place tracks. Oh my, you should have brought... oh my god, what am I supposed to do? Is this supposed to be the farm? Thank you for bringing the corn, Thomas. Good. So that should be good. Yeah, who says I can't be an engineer?
Well done, Thomas. You are a really useful engine.
Well done, that's great. Okay.
Hee.
Okay, so is there anything else in this game that's worth playing?
Let's race Percy. Let's go with Thomas. Thomas's quiz.
Okay, so is there any other questions in Thomas's quiz? Yeah, so this is just the same quiz over and over again. Reading challenge, Thomas Percy the mail train. It's about time for a challenge. At night, I can't even see what that is. It's probably, like, it'll probably look better if I just plug it into the AV, but I'm just doing an AV to HDMI and then HDMI to digital and then into my computer, so...
At night, when the other engines are tucked away in their sheds, you can still hear the faraway sound of an engine whistle. The clickety-clack sound of train whistles turning. That is the sound of the mail train. One train is pulled by Thomas and the other by Percy, as the loads are too heavy for one engine to do the work alone.
That just opened and closed.
Who pulls the mail train?
Who pulls the mail train? Boko.
On a clear night, a big shiny moon brightens their journey, but often Thomas and Percy can't even see the stars.
That was Edward's theme.
One night, Percy was waiting in the junction. The mail train was late. Come on, Percy, let's make up for lost time.
Who is that? It's freaking Hurricane.
Percy puffed along quickly as he could, but the sun was already rising as he finished his work. Never mind, it's nice to be up and about at the start of a brand new day when no one else is around.
There's another hot air balloon.
Percy was not alone for long. Father, it's that dizzy thing, Harold.
So this is just the entire transcript of the episode, I guess.
Good morning, Word Harold. I always
said railways were out of date. But you're so slow with the mail. They should give everyone their stamps back. Post haste. Yeah, post haste is only in the UK version.
Percy was too tired to explain.
Bird brain, he muttered. Was that Jeremy?
Good morning, Percy, called Duck.
Yeah, Percy's making me tired. You're up early. No, you're wrong, sighed Percy. Wow, Percy's face actually moves. Who are these engines? Freaking Theo and Lexi, why don't you? I'm back, tired and late. He rolled into the shed and fell asleep almost before his buffers touched the bar. His driver decided to set off early that evening. Thomas was waiting at the station. Who is this helicopter? Freaking Butch the tow truck. Driver says the person in charge of the mail has complained to Sir Topham Hatt about the delay last night. But that wasn't my fault. Tonight we'll just have to be quicker than ever before, said Thomas. The engines were just leaving at the station when they heard a familiar buzzing. What do you mean familiar? Just heard a familiar buzzing. He's been there the last 2 pages. I say, you two, there's news flying about. Where? Puffed Percy. All over the place. They're going to scrap the mail train and use me instead. Wings work wonders, you know. Always. That night, everything ran like clockwork. Thomas and Percy steamed through the stations on time. At the station, Thomas noticed a man looking cold and worried. He had missed his train home. We can give you a ride, said Thomas's driver. Thank you, said the man. Anything's better than sitting here. The next afternoon, Percy passed the airfield. Hello, lazy wings. Are you too tired to fly today? The wind's too strong. I've been grounded. You need rails. That night, Sir Topomat showed the 2 engines a letter. It was from the man who missed his train. He thinks you are both splendid. Everybody says that the mail train is the pride of the line. And that was it. Okay, so that was, I think, everything that this game has to offer.
Let's race Percy.
Yeah.
Let's race Percy.
Let's race Percy, fixing the tracks. I did the switches. Well, let's see if the switching game has any other options. No, that's just the same thing as before, so that was my review of the Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends Adventure Series on the Super Nintendo. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever gonna make any more Thomas video game reviews, because I don't know how much more that there are. Like, maybe eventually I'll get the Hero of the Whales Wii game and play that, you know, if you guys really want that. So, I'm Sean, and I'll see you later.